Oops, sorry about that. Morning all. That's my bird table I made yesterday. Took a few days off digging. Still got my hat on. Kev, cheers mate. Appreciate it. And yeah, so I'll take you up the garden a little bit, and some of the little jobs I've been doing, just little tedious jobs. Got a bit stir crazy. A few personal things going on, but I think I've sorted. It's my greenhouse. Changed a little bit. I've managed to get myself a very cheap saw and set that up. Bit of wood dust all over my on my onions and stuff, and the crows are having a bit of a fight here. Up in this tree. They're not happy. Yeah, so yeah, sorry about that. So I'm going to plant a few spuds today, a few other bits and pieces. I've actually done my greenhouse, basically changed the panels. As you can see, 4 new panels in there, and I've done the roof ones. You can't see that so well because of the muck and dirt. I've still got one here that I can cut. I've got a 2 foot by 2 section one with the chip out the corner, which I can cut back for that one there. It's got the tape on, and there's just one down there, the 2x2, which I'm going to leave because I ain't got no more glass at the moment, and it's not blowing in air. So here's my cheap saw. It is cheap. It's a screw fix, 100 quid, you know. But I've got to assemble it in here, and to disassemble I've got to take the table off, and I can get it out of the greenhouse. It's only in there sort of like as a temporary thing for cutting my wood, because I make pens, as you know, and it's just for cutting wood. I could do with a little bandsaw, but hey ho. So yeah, so the green upstairs is done. I'm happy. I've still got a slight leak on a couple of drips on the noisy buggers, because when I've took this section's come out, you can see that I've cleared all the muck and the moss from underneath. Well, the moss is still in some of these runners here because they didn't need replacing, but the moss has grown in there, so it grows under the glass, and so it lifts slightly, so you get a slight little couple of drips, but nothing to worry about. The next thing is I want to try and plant this bed here over the next day or two. It has rained last night, and as you can see, I've got my water butts up there. I don't know if you can notice, I have got my guttering up. I got that from B&Q, which was okay. I bought this type because to try and buy the smaller type was costing more money. And I'll wrap you around here. I've got to connect the 2 butts, but at the moment there is a bit of water in there, and as you can see, the pipe work comes round the shed and down to this side, because you put a water butt in there, you got to just I could do it, but I can walk round the shed the other way. Whoopsie daisy, yes, yeah. So round this side you have still the leaf mould got to come out of there, and this has all got to be cleaned up. This is still a bit of a nightmare here, but as you can see, there is a bit of a hole here, and this is from water damage, no guttering, so basically the water used to run off down the side here and just rot that board. I've got material to repair that. Sorry about the camera angles. There is a little bit of a drip here. That's because, as you say, I need my glasses on so I can see where that's coming from. Okay. Ah, the gutter is full, so I'm going to have to check that, why it's not gone down. Okay, so back to the drawing board in a minute. Okay, cheers folks. I sorted the gutter out half an hour or so. Just had to lower the one end by an inch or more, inch and a half. Well, yeah, lowered it. Took the gutter out on the water, and then just lowered the gutter in and put it all back together. So it's still the same, but there you go. Found myself a piece of string. and so I managed to do that. So hopefully that's alright. I'll check that the next time it rains, make sure it flows out the gutter. You don't mind having a quarter of an inch of water in the gutter in. The other side's not too bad. Anyway, I'm gonna have a go at planting some spuds now, and it's a bit wet and stuff, so I haven't got the camera sorted out, but I think most people know how to plant a potato, and I'm not calling anything on that. So I'll see about planting the first row and get back to you in a bit. Cheers folks. Well, good afternoon you lucky people. I think it's the 16th of March. It's about 3:30, something like that. Right, and I'll just take you for the perusal round again. Not much happened last week. I did a bit of digging. I got a bit tired. I got a bit stir crazy, and brambles got to me a little bit. The roots did anyway, and they're horrendous to get out. I've still got a big patch to dig, but you know, hey ho. But I've been doing a bit of planting. Hopefully these will be okay, the potatoes I've put in. I've got 10 small rows the other side, and I've just started 2 rows at the back here. I'll show you. And I've got 2 more rows of desiree to put in. The plant here that you can see in a minute is borage, I'm led to believe. I've left it in because it's a good source of bee food, and it is actually a herb, but you can eat the flowers and bits and bobs anyway. But it's been a cracking sunny day. Clouds just starting to roll in, so there you go, spin round. Oh, I'm not very good at editing. So as you can see, I've just done 2 rows there, and there's 10 rows across here. I can walk across this because I haven't dug this. So I'll put in, you can see the brambles, they're just nightmares, they're just horrendous. And when you get a clump like that, whoosh, whoosh. So I've got a couple of 3 rows of Red Duke of York, and I've started some kestrel, second earlies, there's the first earlies, the kestrels, 1, 2, 3.5 rows. There's a little tag there when I started the King Edwards, and these are 3 rows of King Edwards. I think they're about 14-foot rows, and these are, sorry about spinning around, a couple of King Edwards again, even though I've got the dates on that there, but basically they're King Edwards, K-heads. Oh, there you go, sorry. So I use duck boards so I don't sort of tread on the soil too much and squash it down and get all my shoes. Anyway, 2 more rows to squeeze in here, which will take me to the pile, and I'll move that plastic. So I can get 2 more rows in here. If I get them done today, I'll be happy. But as you can see, a few things happening, nice and steady. Oh, yeah, the greener, the shed's been, as you say, I've had to adjust the pipework, as I've said. I've got some stain for that now. Needs it very, very badly. So I've got 20 litres of creosote substitute. There's my beans, doing quite well. Another just to tag along, beans, onions. I'll try and transplant the onions in the next day or 2 if the weather stays good. The beans, 1 or 2 haven't shown, but that's not too bad. I've got 1 odd potato I've got to plant. Oops a daisy. The beans are going in this section. I call it the apple tree section, so they'll go in here. And what else have we got? Oh yes, a box. So there's my 20 litres, 4 litre tubs of creosote substitute, because you can't buy creosote, so they change it to creosote with a C. I think it's pretty much the same. And I've got here is a chimney, which I've got from B&Q. And why have I got a chimney? Oh, and some felt. The felt is to do a temporary repair on this if I can, just to hold the water out. Some wood there, those are for a possible restoration of one of these benches. I might be able to get one out of there too, but I'll see. I've been mandated tomorrow, so as you can see, oh by the way, the fence has disappeared. It's both posts are broken, this has come away, so this is here, and I've got a pile of just cheap old Leylandy sort of rubbish, which I've been cutting with a handsaw. You know, think of the planet. And there's my little stack of little logs. They are dry, which is quite handy. And this is going to be, when I clear this area out, this is where the chimney is going. I'll move the clothesline eventually. I don't use it very often. I use my inside. So there you go, little changes over the last week. I've got to check the greenhouse. We've got a bit of water in a bucket in the greenhouse which shouldn't be there. So there you go folks, lovely day. Catch you all soon, cheers.